Number 8. If 8x equals 6, what is the value of 72x? Now, a lot of times when we have, 8x equals 5x equals 4x plus 3 equals, our first thought is probably to solve for x, and then once we solve for x, plug it into this equation. You absolutely can do this problem this way. I think there's a way that's a little faster. I'll show you that in a minute. But if we were to solve for x and then use it in this equation, we would say 8x equals 6. 8 times x equals 6. We want to undo what's been done since x was multiplied by 8. We want to divide both sides by 8. We get an x on the left, and then 6 over 8, 6/8, or same thing, 3/4, or same thing, 0.75 on the right. That is what x is equal to. And then we can say, okay, 72 times x, so 72 times any one of these. If you want to put it in your calculator, I would say times 0.75. If you're wanting to do it, manually or in your head, I would say times 3/4, because you might say, what is a fourth of 72? Then multiply it by 3. That's definitely a way to do it. There's a lot of different ways that you can do it once you get to that point, but it is just multiplying 72 by x. Now, there's another way to do this. Another way to do it. And here we go. If we start here at 8x equals 6, when you have an equation like this, any equation, you can change it in sort of standard ways. Like when we solved for x, I divided both sides by 8. And you can do that. If you are multiplying or dividing, if you recall from algebra, you can do it by a whole number and everything stays the same. If you're adding or subtracting, you have to do it by a whole term. So I'd have to subtract 8x, like that, okay? But I can just multiply by a number willy-nilly and it will keep it all the same. Right, so what could I multiply this by so that it would be 72x equals something? Well, 8 goes into 72. 8 times 9 is 72. So if I was to multiply this whole equation by 9, I can multiply the left side by 9, and I can multiply the right side by 9. So we'd actually write it more like this, but you get my point. We're multiplying the whole thing by 9, and we're not distributing across the equation. I was just sort of sketching that in to convey a thought, not showing an actual mathematical process. So on the left, we would have 9 times 8x equals 72x. Well, what about on the right side? 6 times 9 is 54. 72x is 54. So either way we do it, we're going to get to that same answer, C, 54. A lot of times when the final question is not what is x, a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times when they say, what is the value of, in this case, 72x, or 6x plus 5, or 4x, any variation that is not just what is x, 9 times out of 10, you can manipulate the original equation to get to that endpoint without necessarily having to solve for x. Sometimes it saves you time. If you look at it and you don't think it'll save you time, just go ahead, solve for x. You will get the right answer either way. Hey guys, the full insanely comprehensive SAT math prep course I've been promising for so long is live right now at mathwithalyssa.com. And of course, you can also still get the free 10 video course on SAT tips and tricks at mathwithalyssa.com as well. You also can now book one-on-one tutoring sessions with me. Links to how you can do that are in the description and the pinned comment below. And as always, if the video you just watched was helpful or useful in any way, please let YouTube know. Comment, like, share, subscribe. You know the drill. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later. Bye.